Welcome to City on a Hill Game, a tabletop RPG podcast. You are in the scenic town of Lyran. What would you like to do?
I would like to just perhaps go into a tavern and find someone who's a little inebriated and get them to talk to me about the town and tell me gossip.
Okay.
Maybe, preferably, if I can sniff out a place that soldiers like to go when they're off their shift.
Okay. Make me a... Let me look at... You are somewhat familiar with the area, and you know there is a tavern called the Striped Shark that is often frequented by soldiers. And you know where it is, and you guys can head that direction if you would like.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so you guys make your way to the Striped Shark, and as you enter the tavern, behind the bar is an elf, actually. And welcome to the Striped Shark. What may I do for you, lovely travelers?
I'm going to totally ignore him, and I'm going to let the elf talk to him while I go sniff out someone who smells a lot like alcohol.
Okay, make me a perception check.
All right.
I will give him a formal Elvish greeting, because why not? And
you just can't find your sources lately, can you, Jenna?
I can't.
That's not worked out well. You find someone who you think is just totally gone. They're clearly not, but you're pretty sure they are.
Okay.
So proceed as you will.
Well, I'm gonna turn on what cha I've got, and sit down with a little purr and ask them how things have been going and how work's been going lately.
Terrible. There's so many goblins. Just constantly goblins. I'm so tired of goblins. Just all the raids and the stabbing and the man. Three of my best friends, man, goblins. They're just gone.
Oh, I lightly stroke his arm as I give him a very sympathetic look and ask him if, he knows, surely a big, strong guy like himself knows where all these goblins are coming from and why.
Man, all those tribes in the hills just keep coming and no one knows why. But Telix, man, he's trying. He's trying to keep us safe. Because the king isn't. The king's not doing anything to help us. But Telix is. Man, he sends people out there to try and rid us of the goblins, and we're on patrol all the time to keep the town safe, and it's just so many goblins, man. I wish the king would do something, and he's not. And it's not okay.
Oh, sounds like you really like Telix.
Man, he's the best. He tries to take care of us, and I appreciate that. And it's hard out there. There's all the goblins and the orcs and all of that. It's dangerous. But he tries.
Well, I give him one more sympathetic pat, and then I go to find my friends having not the success I was hoping for.
Okay. So you guys have a bar full of people you can talk to. As I throw the stuffed shark I'm holding and hit my keyboard with it accidentally. All right, so you guys are in the tavern. Lisa, would you like to speak with the bartender?
Yeah, I will give him a formal Elvish greeting and ask to see if he has a nice vintage elven wine.
A bottle I have not gotten to take out in some time. Welcome. And he actually disappears to the back to get this. And you recognize this bottle. It is made in the region you are from originally. It is pretty good stuff. And he gets out 2 glasses, pours you both a drink, says on the house, and welcomes you.
Excellent. And then I'll probably stand over there making snobbish comments about being able to smell oak notes and nice mouthfeel and fragrance on the wine. I'll provide a nice distraction if everyone else wants to get information. I'm like really into this.
Fair enough.
I would like to find a soldier-looking dude that just kind of a little shady looking, maybe having a little too much mead for being on shift.
Okay, make me a perception check.
No.
Okay, fantastic.
Wow.
That was quite good. Biggs, you do see a gentleman off in the corner who actually looks surprisingly sober and like he's really not drinking that much, even though he does have a pint in front of him. And he looks concerned. Make me an insight check. You think he's probably technically not on duty, but he looks like someone who is refusing to relax because he knows he could have to go back on duty at any point.
Okay.
He seems tense about something.
I walk over to him and I say, "What's ailing you today? You look like you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders."
Huh. What? Oh. Greetings, friend. It's constant. We never get a break around here. The goblins come, and we fend them off, and they come again. It's more than you can handle. I know His Majesty is trying, but it's constant.
Well, I can understand that. Where are they coming from?
The north, the south, the far west. The best we can tell, there are a variety of tribes attacking us like they are all the cities. The king should be doing something about this.
Why isn't he?
No one knows. Telix has pleaded for assistance many times. He told us so himself. I really don't know. I've heard reports of groups of 15 or 20 goblins coming at a time.
Tell me about this Telix guy. What do you think about him?
His Majesty the Baron? He has always been a friend to us in his service. He seems to try his best to defend us. He really should be the one leading us. He seems far more concerned with the people.
Do you think he may be capable of trying to make sure that he does become in charge?
I wish he would. It would serve us all far better. Make me another insight check, Jonathan. And Jenna, if you want to make one from your conversation as well.
Yeah. And I think you have a new spell, something about like honest. Oh,
perfect.
I got 20.
That's a 20 for you and a 22 for Jonathan. You're both fairly certain the people you're talking to or you've talked to are being honest, and they genuinely believe not only is he trying to keep them safe, but that this goblin thing is a real issue. You're just not sure how much contact they've actually had with all of the goblins.
So I've got another question. I want to know if there's anybody that does not appreciate the Mr. T, whatever his name is.
Telix.
Telix.
In the town of Lyran, never, sir.
So everybody likes this.
He is a defender of his people to the last. I know no one, myself at least, who does not consider him an excellent leader. You guys get the idea that these people have kind of bought into this dude. Hook, line, and sinker.
Do you get your orders directly from him, or do you get them from somebody else?
To my knowledge, my orders come from him, but they are distributed by our lieutenants.
So, if we wanted to see him, would we be able to arrange a meeting?
That is unlikely, sir. He's holed up in the palace since the attacks began. The lieutenants keep him on constant guard so that the goblins can't get to him.
Well, we've been kicking some goblin butt all over this place. We just got three goblins that were well equipped, and I was able to kill one of them with one blow of my mace to the face. So,
Really?
what I would say is I think it would be in all of your best interests to allow us to join your quest and talk to Mr. T.
He looks sort of in awe of you.
I get that a lot. It's the beard.
That's fair. I don't know if anyone would actually let you into the palace, but if you were willing to fight with us, that would be fantastic.
I love killing goblins.
He points you in the direction of the barony, much like the town you guys came from. It's not really a palace, but it is a separated off mansion. It's sort of its own
like a
walled off
manor.
section. What'd you say, Daniel?
It would be like a manor.
Yeah.
Well, let us go towards said manor.
Okay. So if you guys are ready, the four of you head off in that direction, and sort of you see the manor in the distance, but before you can actually get close to it, you start running into barricades and units of soldiers and sort of this heavily defended area that you really can't get through just by walking up to it, so to speak. Make me perception checks.
Not working for me today.
No, it's not.
Hey, I didn't have any mead when I was in there, so I'm quite perceptive right now.
Yes. With that natural one.
I think a 19 should do it, right?
19 should absolutely do it. Sort of off to the distance, you can hear someone talking very loudly. And you actually see a guy standing up on a sort of like a little brick wall. And he's surrounded by a small crowd. And he's talking about how, the constant goblin raids and about how the king is not doing anything and how, Telex is trying to protect everyone. And basically everything you heard the soldier say, you hear this guy repeating to a crowd. Whatever you want to do with that. You do have someone who's sort of just straight up out in the streets doing this. And the crowd is 100% in on it.
So Rio sees it. Does he nudge any of us to point this out? Or?
Sure. What down about that?
Well, this seems to me like it might be a tactic by the Baron to overthrow the king, because if he can get the people angry and the goblins are relentless, then maybe they will turn against the crown.
Seems plausible.
Perhaps. It's Campbell, attacking your own city.
Everyone make me an insight check.
Whole thing smells dirty to me.
I think that's your beard.
Wow, you guys did actually really well as a group there. So collectively, from what you've gathered, you're not sure how many large goblin attacks there have actually been.
Ooh, I had an idea.
You may just be dealing with a lot of small attacks that are kind of being out of proportion.
That soldier mentioned something like 15 or 20 goblins, and that's quite a force.
You guys have never seen more than 4 or 5 in a group. Granted, for your own things, but you don't know what's actually happening in the individual attacks. It all seems kind of odd to you.
And we've not seen a city be attacked this much.
Not this constantly, no.
All that much.
You think you would have heard that from the Duchess?
Actually, what I would like to do is I would like to speak with some of the merchants and tradesmen, because if goblins were attacking, those would be the ones that would see it and would be affected the most.
There are several stores in the area. If you want to just, is there a particular kind of merchant you would like to go visit?
I would think it would either be weapons or food.
Okay. There is an armory, like a blacksmith, in the area if you would like to go visit him. The sign
Sure.
above the door actually just says steel. Just STEEL.
Excellent.
That's it. It seems very, very cut and dry.
No pun.
No,
Excellent. All right. Well,
and that's
I,
not an invitation, Jenna.
different spelling.
Yes, different
Okay.
spelling.
So I will go in and talk with.
And you see there's a half-worked gentleman who seems to be he's got the apron and the whole nine, working away at his smith. Welcome, traveler. What may I do for you?
Well, actually, I am just taking a survey, and I have heard a lot about goblin attacks in the area, and I was wondering, has your business been affected? It would seem like if there were a lot of goblin attacks, they would be attacking supply lines for things like armor, weapons.
Taking a survey. I like it. All right. Make me a. Do you have like persuasion or
Oh no,
investigation?
investigation I could do.
We'll try and make you look official. Make me an investigation check.
Yes. I could even use prestidigitate and make like a little badge that I can just flash and then put it away real quick.
Okay. All right. Give yourself a +2 to your investigation check
Oh boy.
to
All
make
right.
you look official.
Boom.
Perfect. All right. That's a 23 total. You basically just look like an inspector. He's totally, yep, you're 100% here to ask me questions that I'm supposed to answer. You are,
Put on my serious face.
yes, the goblins. They have been causing quite a problem, is my understanding. His Majesty has been ordering a larger number of weapons than usual. Armor, swords, pikes, axes, the like.
Yes, I see.
It's actually not affected me in so much of a negative manner as it is just increased business.
Interesting. All right. Well, good. And I look around very officially. And say, well, it appears everything seems to be in the order. Keep up the good work.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, sir. If you are going to speak to His Highness, tell him the next order will be ready tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Excellent. Thank you.
And he kind of points, and over in the corner, there's this is like a lot of weapons. Like not fending off goblin number of weapons.
See, he knows what's going on.
You're not 100% sure he knows exactly what he's making weapons for, but you're pretty
Yeah.
sure he's making more weapons than you would need for what they're doing.
Oh, one last question. Would you happen to know if perhaps I would assume in an effort to help fortify the city, if you were if he was asking for the construction of any, say, siege weapons or anything like that?
As a matter of fact, very perceptive, sir. Very good. Yes, you are well informed for your job. The carpenter, several shops down from me, he's actually outside of the town right now, gathering materials. I believe he is working on something, though I know not what specifically.
Excellent, excellent. Well, everything does seem to be in order. I will definitely let my superiors know what an excellent job you're doing. Exemplary work, sir.
Thank you, sir. Very good. And he goes back to his. He's actually working on a really nice sword right now. So he goes back to his work on the sword.
Okay, I will go with the rest of the group, let them know. They are amassing a huge number of weapons. Not just like goblin weapons, but this plus siege weaponry means that they're probably going to be moving I would say probably pretty soon if they're going to be making some sort of military move.
Everybody make me a perception check.
Me included.
Yes, yeah.
Woohoo! 19.
All right. Jenna and Daniel, you notice, because you guys are sort of still near the barricades, you notice two of the guards, one who sort of looks like higher ranking, sort of looking at you, and it sort of sounds like they're mentally comparing a description and kind of sizing the four of you up. They've
Fine.
not, taken any action necessarily, but they do appear to have specifically taken notice of you.
Well, friends, the way I look at it is this. We've been spotted. We can go back to the king and let him know the ongoings in this town, or we can try and take on Telex ourselves. I personally feel like setting fire to one of these roofs and then just sneaking into the manor over there, but I'll go with whatever you guys think.
That seems like a plan you could accomplish. I don't know if all four of us would be successful in sneaking.
What I kind of think is, I think we need to go back to the king, and that we need to let him know what's going on. However, I don't really trust him. I don't trust the king. I think he knows more than what he's letting on, and I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that, but things are not lining up. So, I do have a zone of truth, which guards against deception, and so I was wondering if I could use that when we were talking to the king.
In theory, so blatantly doing something like that, because there is an action you have to take to sort of create that. Blatantly doing that in front of the king would probably not go over super well.
Yes, pro tip, don't attempt to cast any spells around the king. There's lots of guards.
Yeah, they may not respond favorably.
Gotcha.
So
Generally, they attack first, ask questions later.
I'm going to give you guys an opportunity, because this is just kind of something I want to try. And if you guys are interested, great. If not, we will go a different direction with it. We could do what's called a skill challenge. So I would set out a list of skills, and you guys could make attempts at those skills. And with enough successes, you would be able to sneak past the barricades and get into the what did we call it?
Manor.
Manor. Thank you. Yes, and gain access to the manor. Or you can go back and talk to the king and go about it a different way.
Or I could set fire to the roof, and then while everyone's distracted, the rest of you can sneak into the manor.
Oh, gosh.
Or I can make that part of the skill challenge. Any of those things are acceptable.
I think the skill challenge is great, because if we're going to go back to the king, the more knowledge we could have of what's going on, the better.
We can get something especially incriminating from that manor. It would be perfect.
And it's a 2-day trip back to the king, and we don't know what Telex is planning. He might decide to move before then, especially if we've been made.
Right, and they're making so many weapons, it's likely it's a quick turnaround. We probably wouldn't make it there and back before they've made the move.
And I don't want to force you guys into doing that. I'm just giving it to you as an option.
I'd say that's the best route.
Okay, so I'll type the list out in chat. So I'm going to give you guys a list of 7 skills, and you can each, basically we'll just kind of go in an order. Everybody can make an attempt, and you have to get a certain number of successes before you get a particular number of failures. And we will proceed accordingly depending on how you guys do.
And we do use our modifiers, it's not just a d20.
Yeah. You will use your modifiers. So we will start with, and you guys can pick any of them you want. You can't use any of them more than twice.
And
And how many? So are we doing all 7 twice, or are we just doing 7 total? Or
So you guys will actually do 10 total. I'm not going to tell you guys what the success to failure ratio is, or what you actually have to get for a success. I'm just going to keep track of what you roll and how many times you roll it.
Okay, but we tell you which one we're rolling.
Yes.
I rolled twice on stealth because that's my highest modifier at +7, and I got lousy roll for +7 gave me the 12 and 14.
Those were not your best rolls. No. Okay, so we can start there. That's fine. So Jenna, you start to sort of sneak around and kind of look for, little gaps in the barricades or sort of areas you could climb over that maybe have less guards or no guards. And you think you found a real good spot, and then there's several guards in front of you. They haven't noticed you, but they do. You know it's probably not a way you want to go, but you do find another way you're sort of happier with.
All
Alright, so that is both of the stealth checks you can make.
I have a +7 also on acrobatics, so
Okay.
I'd like to do 2 of those.
Let's have someone else do something before you do acrobatics.
All right.
Okay,
So any of those on the list, anybody is welcome to make a check.
All right. Before we move up to the barricades, around the area where the guards are, if this is a bad idea before I do it, because I'm going to discuss this with the group.
Okay.
So if someone thinks this is a bad idea, talk me out of it. But I was thinking about making a fog cloud to help obscure our way, maybe potentially make this a little bit easier.
I'll allow that. That's fine.
Excellent.
Quick question. I'm not sure if I understood it. Are we doing 10 each or 10 total?
10 total.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, that's fine. Just as a group, you will make up to 10 checks until you either get enough successes or enough failures.
Okay.
And where
Well-
is intuition?
Where is what?
Intuition was one of the ones on your list.
Yes. Is that not what it's called?
There's
May have written that. Oh, I'm sorry.
insight.
Insight. That's
intimidation.
what I wanted. Yes.
Ah,
Insight.
I have +4 on acrobatics or insight whenever we get there.
I've got a +5 on insight. That's what I'm gonna.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So actually, Biggs, if you will make me an insight check.
Once or twice.
Let's just do once for now. Perfect.
Yes.
All right. And William, if Grio would like to make an insight check.
Do we want to talk about that fog first, or?
And I don't want you guys just kind of. This is mostly going to be based off of skills, but I will let you use magic one time, and if you want to use it for the fog, I will count that as a success.
Because
Okay.
that will help get us in, especially for the less stealthy people.
Okay, that works. So
Should we wait and see what we roll before we try that, since we've only got one magic, or do we want to go ahead?
So, I mean, you guys
Yeah.
are going to be talking to people, climbing over things, sneaking through areas, maybe bribing people, just all in an effort to kind of make your way through there. So, just kind of as a part of that, at some point, if you want to just kind of use that as an added, I would let that count for a. Did I put survival on there?
Yeah.
I would let that count in place of a survival check, sort of as a way of escaping. Okay, so Jonathan did that. William, do you want to make a check any of the ones on the list?
Would acrobatics or insight be more helpful, I think?
They accomplish different things. I'm adding that because I put intuition for some reason. So acrobatics could physically find you a path. Insight could use your own sort of innate wisdom to kind of, I don't think we should go this way, maybe we should go this way instead. So, I mean, your bonus is roughly the same. Either one is fine.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do insight, I guess. Doesn't really matter, but
Okay. Daniel, make me
All
a something.
All right. I'll do perception.
Okay.
Woohoo!
Fantastic, sir. That is a 23. Very good. So everybody's done at least one thing. Jonathan, why don't you pick something, sir?
All right, let's see here. Well, I scored pretty high on the. Let's go with the perception.
Okay. Excellent. 18. Very good. Okay. So you guys are kind of weaving through alleys, kind of talking to people, kind of just using your own individual skills to kind of get a grasp of the area and where you think you see openings and holes and places you can sneak. And you are sort of behind the first layer of barricades. You're still a couple streets over from the manor, but you're making progress. A little on the edges, getting a little close to the guards at times, but you're still okay. Daniel, what would you like to do, sir?
Okay, so now would be the time I could either use the fog or I could try a stealth.
You guys have already used stealth twice.
Right.
So
in that case,
let's
and
go
you've
with
already-
those four. Or you can
I
use the
think-
fog now.
it's either fog or acrobatics. My bonus for acrobatics is not great, but it's better than the other one.
Okay, if you want to use the fog, that's fine.
Okay, let's go ahead and use the fog.
So you guys round a corner. Instead of it being empty, there are actually 3 guards in front of you, but Liesel very quickly just kind of, a cloud of fog appears, and you guys kind of sneak back and around another corner before the guards even realize which direction you went. William.
All right. I guess I will do an acrobatics check.
Okay. You kind of hop over a little wall and end up in another corridor that you guys had not had access to yet.
Yeah.
All right, and you guys are very close. What have you got for me? You could try and bribe someone, kind of bribe the guards. Use persuasion or money to kind of get past a group.
I've got a trinket that I picked up a while back,
Okay.
and I'm kind of wondering what that is and if it might be enticing to trade for, or if I should trade it.
Is that the Goblin Mage token? I think you guys... Jenna,
It was
do you...
an unidentified trinket that I picked up in the palace, I believe.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that.
This
I have
was a
I have
while.
a couple Murloc statues that are worth something.
Okay. So you got a group of guards. And... let's see. I think one of you has persuasion. Does Jenna have it?
I don't have persuasion.
Oh, I have +4. Yes.
Okay. Jenna, if you want to sort of use either, the token or maybe the small statue, make a persuasion check and give yourself a +3 bonus. To sort of be like, hey, guys, how are you? Oh, look at this thing. And now maybe look over there for a second.
So now, is that a +3 to my +4 in persuasion?
Yes, so now you will have a +7.
Oh, I
Um,
might set something on fire.
that was, yeah.
You just threw the token and ran past them.
Hey, look at this. And you... Yeah, just kind of chuck it, and it didn't really work. And one of them yells, "Stop right there! You will go no further. You're not allowed in this area. We're not interested in your bribery." Okay, so I need everyone. So you guys have a couple of options. You can either run, or you can fight them.
You said there are 3?
There are 3.
Mace to the face.
Well, hang on a sec before you decide that, because those aren't the only 3 guards in the whole city, and if we have a bounty on us, that's going to cause a bad problem.
So you guys can try and silence them, or you can try and run.
Hey, okay, here we go. I have a silence spell here.
Yeah.
No sound can be created within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere.
Okay, if you wanted to use that in combat, that would basically prevent them from calling for reinforcements, and you could just kind of try and deal with them.
And nobody would hear us kicking their butts.
Yes. Question, DM. Would that silence spell affect my ability to cast spells?
Ooh, that's an interesting question.
It actually does have a component in here that I don't know if anybody has a thunder thing, but
No.
it says something about that if any creature or object entirely inside the sphere is immune to thunder damage. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Yeah.
Depending on what profession you are, your certain spells have verbal components. So, like, to cast like I know a lot of divine spells are because you're basically praying for a spell to happen. But I don't, because I'd have to actually look up my spells to see if they're verbal
Yes,
components.
ones
it
that
says-
include a verbal are impossible.
Yeah, that's what it says. If they include a verbal component, it's impossible.
So that doesn't, I mean, that doesn't eliminate all of yours, Daniel. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
that
think.
means I'll have to look up which ones.
Let me.
Components, like VS means verbal, right?
Just V. S is something else.
Yeah, so no fireball.
No firebolts. Options.
3.
And can we like make them unconscious? Because I know there's monsters that you don't have to kill; you can just knock them out.
Essentially, everything is verbal, Daniel.
Yeah,
That's
so
interesting.
if you do that, no, I will not be able to help.
I mean,
have
you still have a weapon.
Sure, yeah, I have a stick and a dagger for mermaids.
You have a short bow that you're actually
Oh,
not.
that's right.
You're not terrible
Because
with.
I'm an elf. I can do
Yeah,
that.
you're an elf. Okay, so let's go. Okay, sorry. What were you saying, Jenna?
I have rope, and can we like if Jonathan casts silence, can we just tie them up?
You will still have to incapacitate them. I mean, they'll still be able to fight.
Yeah.
Okay. I can we incapacitate? I'm down with that.
How does non-lethal damage work? The only way I know is that monks, but no.
Oh, actually, Daniel, you would still be okay because he can just kind of place it in an area around them.
Oh,
So as long as you guys can kind of keep them in that area, you're probably fine.
all right. Well, if you want to roll it up.
Let me grab your characters, and we will move over here.
So, are we going to be finishing that skills challenge after, or is that pretty much over now? I think
It
we
is
only
over.
got through-
You guys technically failed the skills challenge.
Okay, I thought we only got through 8.
Well, you only go as far as it takes for you to get the number of successes you need, or to fail as many times as you need. And you guys hit the requisite number of failures to kind of end it early.
Okay.
My rolls were good.
You actually did quite well, yes. And most of your rolls weren't bad. They're just, I had set a threshold ahead of time that you had to do a certain amount well on each check, and some of them were slightly below where you needed them to be. Okay, so that Jonathan will be silencing when it gets to his turn.
Initiative.
Yes. Cue the epic battle music
Ha!
that I'll get later.
My epic battle music is whap whap wow.
Mm,
Rio.
Yeah, where was that a minute ago? Wow.
ooh,
Oh.
Natural ones.
the magic beard has fallen.
Haha, not laugh.
All right.
Wow.
Two natural
So
ones on one initiative check.
that's unfortunate. And I did kind of okay.
A fair amount of noise before I'm able to silence it.
Well, hopefully you guys can kind of deal with them and it not be too much of a problem. Thanks. Okay, Grio, you actually do go first.
All right. I'll take the guy over here and just try to shut him up. I believe that should work. 24.
That 100% works.
Okay, so 1d6 plus 3.
And your bonus.
Yeah. So there's. Wow.
Yeah,
I'm liking this turn.
you're actually
Fine.
fine without your bonus.
Okay.
You just straight up drop that guard. This one kind of shifts over. You will make it to the king. I promise you that. Everybody, make me a perception check. I know this is mid combat, but everybody make me a perception check.
Like a butterfly.
Hey, but Biggs is back, and that's what matters. And Daniel, you did too. Okay.
Yeah.
Liesel and Biggs, you notice, and you assume he's talking about Telix. He didn't say Baron. He said King.
I did pick up on that.
He very specifically referred to him as King. You find that very unusual. Okay, so he's going to try and hit Grio. Ooh, I think that actually hits you.
Yep.
Okay, you take 5 damage. But you guys got a bunch more HP from leveling up. In between games, I did mention this earlier, the players leveled from 2 to 3. So they got some new abilities and such, and a bunch of new HP. And this guard will step up and try and hit Mr. Magic, not even remotely.
Laugh in his face.
That doesn't hit any of you. Okay, Petrichor, your turn. That is a
All
miss.
my rolls sucketh tonight.
That is a miss, ma'am.
Move the guards. All right, so here's my concern. Is that maybe I can do better than that. I'm gonna try to do something that's not going to leave them as tiny smoking piles of armor.
Okay. I'm sure they'd appreciate that.
Sure. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of non-lethal options. I guess I'm going to. I'll have to reposition so I can hit both of them with a color spray.
Okay, if you want to go ahead and use that.
Yeah, could I move right there and then color spray to hit both of them? Because I have to kind of get lined up
Move where?
just here.
Oh, just shift over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that. And you're not going to roll not enough hit dice for that to matter. So let me see.
So I have to hit. I'll try and hit both.
I
if
don't actually
can.
think you have to hit.
Well, I have to be able to get them in a cone. So I have to like line up.
Okay, yeah, you're good.
Let me read color spray again because this is a complicated one. Okay. 6d10.
And that's the number of hit dice of creatures, or hit points of creatures you can affect.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you roll basically on 60-10, you'll get both of them.
Okay, so
I'm not even going to make you roll that for this one.
All right, it'll just blind them.
Yes.
All right, and I'm going to exclude Grio because he's technically in the cone, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
that's
shape
fine.
around it. So, don't worry. I'm just going to shape it around you. I'm not even going to hit him.
You kind of, a flash of light goes off, and both of them kind of freak out and grab their eyes, and you're pretty sure they can't see anymore. Mr. Magicbeard.
Blinded by the light.
Yeah.
Now that they're yelling because they're blind, we should silence them.
Good idea.
So, if I silence, I can't attack, or right?
Correct. That would be your major action.
Okay. Well, let's silence them. They're blind.
Okay.
They should also be.
Yeah.
All right, and let me look at silence.
Can I poke them in the eye or something? Would that be a minor action?
So basically, you create a little sphere that encompasses the area they're standing in, and suddenly there's no sound coming out of that area anymore. So you basically just have two blind guys fumbling around who can't speak, can't see, and it's not a good day. Grio, it is your turn.
Okay. Since they can't see, I'm just gonna go for the guy right in front of me.
Okay, that is enough.
All right.
I think they have disadvantage on their attacks, and you guys have advantage on hitting them.
Yeah, looks like it.
All right, and ooh,
6.
okay, that doesn't drop him, but you definitely got him pretty good. All right, so it is their turn. The one next to Biggs is going to very, very feebly try and attack him. So that was okay, but he has to roll twice, and 8 is not good enough.
You can't even see me.
And the other one lunges forward at Grio. 14, I'm pretty sure, does not hit you.
No.
Okay. Petrichor, go for it.
Alright. Bam. 15. 14.
Okay.
Right. No math.
Yeah, the two of them are done.
Alright.
Let's just knock him out.
Yeah. They are finished. I would recommend make me Jenna, make me a stealth check.
Yeah. Not that stealth.
Okay. So that's actually not for you to hide. That is for you to hide them.
Ooh, yeah. Hide the body.
So essentially, what happens is Grio and Biggs pick up the guards, and you find them a nice little corner to tuck them in where people probably won't find them.
All right. Can we roll perception to see if they have like keys on
Yeah,
them?
yeah, absolutely.
That would be super helpful.
Okay.
2 20s.
Ooh, you both rolled a 20. Okay. So you guys find... Okay. Noted. You guys find a single key and like 20 gold. So if you want to...
Man, they are not paying these guards enough.
And you find a single key. Make me another perception check. You don't think this is a normal door key. This looks more like a gate.
Aren't we just happening to stand by a gate?
No, not at all. That's not a gate. I don't know what you're talking about. It's on the wrong layer. I can't actually move it. Wait. Nope, that didn't work. Never mind. Abandon the plan. So you guys have a gate key,
It's a
and
9-year-old that looks like a gate.
yes, we're gonna do a second, very small skill challenge
Okay.
to see if you guys can find that gate. So you guys are only gonna make 3 checks, and if you succeed on 2 of them, you find the gate this key opens.
Like a game show.
Yes,
Hooray.
and you
I-
can.
I think Biggs has been rolling good tonight.
Yes. Okay, so you can use any of the skills from earlier. I need 3 of you to make checks.
So, what do we need to kind of figure out this together as far as what we're gonna check for
Yes. So you want to look.
and who can make what check?
Yes. So I'll take perception, stealth if you're trying to sneak into areas, perception to find places that this key might work, athletics to climb over things.
Yeah.
Somebody's got 5 insight, right?
I don't have good insight. Jenna, you have a great stealth roll. That would probably be one to do.
Yeah.
Was stealth one of them?
Yes, stealth
I've
is one of
got-
them.
I've got 5 insight, 2 athletics, 3 perception, just so y'all know kind of what my higher ones are.
If
Yeah,
you-
I've got 4 acrobatics and 4 insight, but the 5 would be better on insight.
Okay, actually, Jenna, I'll take that as a stealth check. William, if you want to make an acrobatics check. And Jonathan, whatever it is you wanted to do. I believe you were looking at insight.
Yeah, I'll do insight.
Okay.
Oh gosh, are you serious?
Wow.
You
I think
guys,
it's safe to say we failed that.
yeah, you guys really don't see what you think you're looking for. You
I
know,
don't think-
you know you're close. You know you're close to the
Did anyone look behind the mural of the gate?
Yes. You know you're close to the building you're looking for. You know you're in the right area, but you're just not finding the entrances you guys need.
Darn squirrels everywhere.
Yeah, I know, right?
So-
Distracting you, standing in front of stuff,
Yep.
causing general issues.
So where does that mean we look now?
I'm open to suggestions from you guys how you want to proceed.
Maybe I should ask one of the guards we captured
Okay,
if he's awake. We could wake him up, I'm sure.
I'm sure one of them
Yeah, you've
could.
got fire.
One of them could be unsilenced.
Well, and then we just gag him. when
Sure.
we're done.
Tone of silence.
I will accept that.
Okay, good. All right, as we go to rouse one of the guards, I use prestidigitation to give myself this menacing, like, orange-red glow in my eyes.
So he kind of comes to, and you see he's like rubbing his eyes and like doing that thing where you kind of like plug and unplug your ears to pop them. And he's like, oh, I can hear again. Okay, well that's good. What do you want?
So we can agree that the guard is still bound up. So when I grab him, he's not just going to punch me right in the face.
Yeah. You're good there. You're good.
Excellent. All right. So I'm going to grab him by the collar, eyes glowing red, and just say, "Where is the gate?"
Okay. I need you to make me. Actually, I'm going to need you to make me an intimidate check,
Yeah.
which is not normally one of your skills, but I will let you do
no.
it with a +5 bonus between his grogginess and your terrifying mask.
Yeah.
And my Batman voice.
Yes.
Where is the gate?
Yes.
I hear my voice crack a little. Where is the gate?
Oh, he actually, you kind of wake him up a little bit more in a thing. He's like, wait, what? Oh, not you again. Yeah. No, I'm not telling you where the king is.
All right. I'm done playing good cop. Petrichor, find some information. And then, because I'm assuming you have better persuasive skills than me.
Oh,
It's good. I want to light him on fire. Can I light him on fire, Biggs? Let's light him on fire.
Okay.
If he doesn't talk, sure.
Petrichor, make me a persuasion check.
I want to do it for fun.
I'm off to the side over here, just laughing my head off.
All right, and give yourself. I haven't looked at what you rolled yet. Give yourself an extra +4. Oh, okay. That's
So she got
that's a
it.
22. Oh, the cat people. I'm allergic. No. No.
You're my mentor.
He sneezes, and fine. I'll tell you. Fine. Yeah. Get the cat away from me. All right. He points down the street, and you see a slight left, like almost like a break in the wall. It's like there's the gate's through there. Go get away from me.
I give
Excellent.
him a little lick on the cheek
Oh
before we.
jeez. I assuming you tie him back up and gag him and yada yada yada.
Biggs, jog his memory.
All right.
A little too hard.
Just club him on the head so we can go.
Yeah, you guys got there. Okay, so you round the corner, and you see a gate. That key just so happens to open, and behind that gate is a door in sort of a small courtyard. You don't see any guards, and yeah, that is where we're going to stop for tonight.
Woohoo!
So you guys have successfully, through some misadventures, found your way to the King's Mansion, King's, Barons, whichever. Cut that part out. So that is where we will stop for the evening. Thanks for joining us. For more episodes, check out cityonthehillgaming.com, iTunes, or other awesome podcast outlets. To contact us, email us at cityonthehillgaming@gmail.com or find us on Twitter @cityonthehillgame. Thanks, and have a blessed day.